What up, what up, what up? I forgot to get my clicker. Can't click without the clicker. Hey, what up, what up, what up? Let's talk about how to sell from the stage, how to really make a lot more money from the platform. You know what I'm talking about. You busted your ass to get people into that masterclass, or maybe you finally got on stage at a conference and your ideal audience is sitting out there. Or maybe you're doing a demo or a training for your company. Actually, it doesn't matter the platform. You are in front of your dream client. You're in front of your ideal client. And at the end of the day, you want to convert, right? You want those conversions to be at an all-time high. And I've talked to people where their conversions are at like 10% or 0% or 35%. And they can't figure out, like, how do I get past this hurdle? Well, there are a couple of things that could be slowing you down. I'm going to show you exactly what one of those hurdles are. We'll talk about the other one later. I'm going to show you what one of those hurdles could be, and that it is, and how it's killing you. Because here it is. You're standing there and you know it is finally time, and you're going to do all the things to ensure that they know you're the expert, that you have the answers to their problems. That's your job. So you get there, you're doing your thing, you get to the end, you pitch your offer. In best case scenario, a few people convert, a few people, but not what you were expecting. Worst case scenario, you hear crickets. And yes, I've been in the room where there have been a multitude of crickets. I'm like, is it cricket season? Like, what is going on? Right? And so here's the thing. You might feel like, well, Donna, I'm converting like 1 out of 3 buyers, but I really want to get to 3 out of 4 buyers because these are qualified buyers in the room. So what happened? Why didn't they convert? Why didn't they buy? And I mean, you did everything. So what do you need to change to increase those conversions? Because that's what we want to do. We want to increase conversions. We want to be at that 75, 80% mark where people are ready to convert. So before we get started, what's up? My name is Donna St. Louis. I am the co-founder of Fire Savvy. We are a business advisory company with a coaching and accountability kicker. So that means that we get all up in your business. We figure out exactly what you need to grow and scale. So you want to attract better clients. You want to attract higher ticket clients. You want to have badass offers and you want to be able to sell them. And we help you do that. The coaching part, well, that comes when you need some educational stuff. We have a whole educational library to help you. We work with professional service providers to attract more high ticket clients and enroll them faster using our sales and marketing framework. All right. So if you're not converting at all, which I understand the frustration. I've been there. No shade. It is painful when you have done everything, especially when you're putting on a masterclass and you've done all the things to get people in it. And you did that thing where it was like 4 weeks out and you're like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to fill it up. I'm going to get 100 people in here. And then like 2 weeks out, 2 people registered and one of them is your auntie. And then like 1 week out, you got like 5 people and you're going, what the actual? And then like 2 days before, our clients call us and we're like, hold, do not cancel, hold. But they're ready to cancel. We're like, hold. And we know it's an audience building problem, but right now you got the masterclass that's coming, hold. And then it's like the day before, and then all of a sudden people start buying. And then like within that morning, people are signing up. They're signing up, right? This isn't about doing those freebie masterclasses. You can do those and get people to sign up and lie to you and don't show up all the time. You're going to get maybe 10% out of the 100, right? These are the ones that are actually paying to be there. And so finally that morning of, people get in. So it's been 4 weeks of driving you crazy for people to finally sign up at the last minute. And now that they're there, you're ready to go and you're ready to convert. This is how you're going to get these new clients in your program. But the problem is the converting isn't happening. And I'm going to show you why. It's because, quite honestly, and don't hate me when I tell you this, you're turning those buyers Those buyers, you're turning them into students. I'm serious. That's what you're doing. You're turning them into students. All right. So here's the deal. So you know that you're a professional services provider. You have a clearly defined expertise and dream client. You know what their challenges are. You created a masterclass, a demo, a speech to help them overcome their problem. You've done all that. You've put together the PowerPoint slides. You've busted your ass. And all they need to know is that you are the expert with the secret sauce, right? So you're the one, by the way, not with the question mark. You have you're the one right here. This is you. Right? You're the expert in this, and your client, they need to know that you have the secret sauce. That's what they're looking for. So you do what you're going to do. You put your expertise on full display. That's what you do. You're like, I got the PowerPoint slides. I got everything. And you teach your butt off. They take a multitude of notes, and hell, they even download the video. Like they went all in, right? So you know that these people are ready to buy. They're actually interested. They wouldn't have taken all those notes. They wouldn't have shown up for 90 minutes. They wouldn't have watched the video. They wouldn't have downloaded the video if they actually weren't interested in your product, if they weren't interested in your service. So they're in, right? So and if this sounds familiar to you, I can see you over there in the chat. If this sounds familiar to you, yeah, go ahead and give me a what's up, because I know you've done this. I know you've done this. All right. And I've done it, by the way. There's no shade here. I've done this. I have taught my ass off. And then what happens is one of three things. Number one, they come here and they're going, wow, I took all these notes. I did all the stuff. Their content was fire. And they went and tried it and they tested it out and it worked. You solved their problem. So why would they buy from you? They don't have a problem anymore. They're good. They're good to go. So you turn that person and they're not a buyer. They're out. And you're like, no, but I did a good job. Yes, you did. And they paid $97 to come to your masterclass and you taught your ass off and they walked away with the solution. They went and implemented. And guess what? They have no need to buy from you now. Problem solved. Let's go to the next one. The next one says, I went and I took all these notes and I watched your video and I paid attention and I went home and I tried it out. I gave it a shot and it didn't work. Do you think they thought that they missed something in their notes? No, they don't think they missed anything. They think that their notes are gold. They think that your content is trash. So now they're not only a buyer, not now, they're probably never going to buy from you because they don't think your stuff works. Or then we have number 3 over here. Number 3, they paid attention. They asked the most questions during class, by the way. They asked the most questions during class. They took the most notes. They called for the download, not once or twice. They called for it 3 times, and they even asked you if you had some additional information that they could do. The thing is, when they finally sat down at their desk to do the work, it felt overwhelming to them. It was too much. So now they think that your stuff is confusing and complicated. And I've done that one. Oh my God, I've done that one like a superstar. I've done that one. All right, so I see my comments over here. People are like, stop talking about me. Yeah, I know. I've done these. Right? I've done especially the last one. Oh my God. I've waterboarded them with so much content. And the thing is, people just aren't ready for that level of content yet. But you're going in, you're putting too much. And you keep thinking to yourself, yeah, but if I don't put this, then they're not going to know that. And they're not going to know this. And this connects to this. So I got to add this. And so you just keep adding and adding and adding and adding. And your 90-minute presentation has 180 slides. That's the problem. And so what you've done is you've turned your buyers into students, and students don't buy. Students don't buy. Here's the really funny thing. The people who checked out early, that you know why they bought? Because they never became students. I can't tell you how many times I've heard people, or even it's been me, where I've been in something, I've been in a master class because it was a requirement to get to the next step. And literally I listened to the first few minutes and then I went and did other things. And then I came back and bought. They actually did not get an opportunity to convert me into a student, because if they had, I wouldn't have been a buyer. That happens a lot. That's how people are like, well, I'm getting 30% conversion. And one of the things I said, go and find out from the people who you got conversion for, from how many of them actually, and see if they'll be 100% honest, paid attention the whole time that you were teaching. You will not believe how many of those people go, no, I came on knowing I wanted to buy. I really wasn't paying attention to what you were teaching. And the thing is, like I said, I've been here. This is the bad way. I know how you feel. I've been on those master classes. I've been on those stages and no one bought, no one. And then what happened was I did this whole thing in regards to my methodology. And one of my colleagues said, Donna, you know why you're not converting? Your content is fire, but you're teaching way too much. You're trying to show them how to do your whole system because you're trying to show them that you're an expert. When, and quite honestly, it's entirely too much. You can't feed a steak to baby, they'll choke on it. And that's what's happening. You're trying to give them all the meat of your program, and they're not ready. They don't have the teeth. They're not there yet. And then what she really taught me was, she says, you have to change their beliefs. You have to change their mind, not their actions. I was like, what? She goes, you have to change their mind, not their actions. If you don't write down anything else, write that down. Stop going into the classes trying to change people's actions. Change their minds. So I started doing a whole bunch of research and got deep into the psychology of buyer behavior. That's why you'll see a lot of stuff that I'm talking about is always going to be about the psychology of buyer behavior first and understanding where they are. And I even studied my own behavior. And here's an example. We were going to get a chef for one of our unmasterminds. So we do these unmasterminds every quarter. They're masterminds, but on steroids, quite honestly, where we bring our clients in and people who qualify to be in the room. And we do these once a quarter. And at this one, I wanted a chef. And this chef went all in, and she was just like, yeah, I really want to work with you. What I really want you to do is I want you to come to one of my master classes so you could see how I work. Now, the master class, she was teaching people how to cook. Well, I have no intentions on cooking. I just want to know that when I go, because we have a private chef there, it's in a mansion, that when I go and open the refrigerator, there's food there. And when I'm hungry, I have something to eat. I don't want to even know how to boil an egg, quite honestly. And she went through this whole thing where she was trying to like teach me everything. I did not care. And the more she taught me, the more I pushed back. And I haven't just had it from chefs. I've had it from videographers and photographers where they want to teach. I'm like, I don't want to learn all this stuff. I want to give you money and I want you to do what you do best. And I don't want you to teach me shit. How about that? Right? I've run into that so many times with people where they're trying to waterboard me with content when I'm just ready to buy. Imagine that you just want to buy something and someone says, well, first you got to go to my masterclass. You got to learn all this stuff. I don't want to learn shit. I want to come to your I don't even want to come to your masterclass, quite honestly. I want to start working with you immediately. How can I do that? And so this happens a lot. And so that's why I went and built something that's so easy and effective that at one of our unmastermind events, this is a cool thing, and I'm going to show you the formula that we use. At one of our unmastermind events, one of our clients, her name is Ailika. She literally learned the perfect pitch presentation. She learned it like right there within that 90 minutes. She updated a presentation that she was working on right then. And then she's like, okay, it's 3:00. I got to go. And she ran upstairs to her room and she delivered that presentation that she had just changed. She delivered that presentation and she closed 5 clients. So I want you to imagine learning something 45 minutes later, editing it 45 minutes later, running upstairs, doing a presentation, walking back downstairs 45 minutes and going, yeah, I just closed 5 new clients into my annual program. Just because you made the tweaks that we suggested for your program. And that was her first time out. So I really want you to think about that. If you want to increase your conversions and sell from the stage, like really sell from the stage, whether that stage is a masterclass or it's an actual stage, it does not matter. Then go to salessuperstar.net. It's right there. You can't miss it. Go to salessuperstar.net, download the framework, but then hop on my calendar so I can actually show you the secret sauce. There's a secret sauce in doing this, and I'm not putting all of that on the board. I will show you my ways. You can close more people from a masterclass without being pushy or salesy or awkward or any of those things. And I can show you how. All right. So here's the other part. So this is what I want you to pay attention to. So you have a method, right? You're an expert and you have a method, a way of getting results for your clients. This is where you want to be. This is where you do not want to be. This is bad. This is all bad, right? I mean, like, this is like, don't do this. Don't do any of that, right? This is all bad over here. That's bad. That's bad. Don't do that. This is what you want to do instead, right? I know you're like, this is what bad looks like. So don't do that. That's why it looks smoky. You want to do this. You are an expert and you have a method. You have a way of getting things done. That's the important thing, that you actually have a formula, a way of getting things done. You're not just winging it, right? Right. Okay, good. All right. So what you're going to do with your clients is you're going to say, hey, what you're doing is good, but you need first a new direction. You need to go a different direction. The way you're doing the right things, you're going about it the wrong way. And it's not that you need a complete overhaul. You just need some tweaks. You just need a few shifts here and there. And here's the best part. I have a formula. So if we look at it, I need you to go different direction, slightly different direction, change direction. I need you to make a few tweaks once we get you in the right direction. And I have a formula to get you the results you want. That's what you're sharing in your masterclass. You're sharing those three things. You're not doing all the teaching. This is what you're sharing, right? And once you do that, what'll happen is your client will look at this and this is what they'll say. They'll say, number one, all the way over here. Number one, I know that all the work that I've done is not throwaway. This is important to your client. They don't want to feel like they got to do an overhaul. They're like, okay, I just got to change direction. So the work that I'm doing isn't trash. That's good. Then number two, they're going, and I can get some initial results relatively quickly because I just need to do some tweaks. Right? So I just need to do some tweaks and the work that I've done is not trash. Good. Great. That's what I needed to hear. And then when we look at number three, the other thing they're saying, and because you have a proven formula and clients that have gotten results, then all I really need to do is work with you to get those results. And I know now that it's worth the investment because I already have the work. I just need a few tweaks to get some initial results. And I know you have a formula to make sure that this works. That's what they're actually looking for. This is what you want to have in your masterclass. You do not want to have all of this. This is what you're doing right now. It's killing you. It's one of the things that could be killing you, right? There's another thing that we'll talk about, the close. It's probably already killing you, but we're not going to talk about it in this one. This is kicking your ass. This is where you want to be. This is how you create a masterclass that actually closes, by just following this simple, very simple formula. These are the three things right here. New direction, a few tweaks, and a formula. That's it. Direction, tweaks, and formula. That's it. If you do that, you'll have people who are thinking like this, and those people will become buyers. They're going to want to buy that winning formula from you. That's what they're looking for. All right. So hopefully this was helpful. I know right now, if you're sitting here, you're going, I got to go and change my whole masterclass. My masterclass is think about it. You're probably teaching. And this is how you know you're teaching. Are people walking away with a significant amount of stuff to do? Are they taking so many notes that they have a week or two worth of work? If they do, you're teaching entirely too much. If you're sitting there going, let me show you how to, you're teaching too much. They want to know that you have a formula. They want to know you have a process. They want to know that you've gotten proven results and how to get those results. They absolutely do not want to go. If you go into heavy teaching mode, you're getting people they're literally just searching for information, and they're DIYers. They're not going to pay you for your expertise at all. And that's why you end up with people over here. And I know I get a lot of people go, but I end up with so many people in my masterclass. You do. And I bet they're so engaged, and I bet they take so many notes. Oh my God, I bet you take more notes than they know what to do with, which would make sense. But they're not buying because they're students. They're going to Home Depot and they're getting all the wood and they're coming home and they're doing the project. They haven't gotten to the point to realize that they have no idea what they're doing. They cannot do this by themselves, and they're looking for someone who has a formula that can help them. This is who you're looking for. People who are looking for a formula and an expert to guide them in using that formula. These people over here are still searching for information, so they're willing to take your information for a very, very, very low price. So yes, they will download your stuff. They'll go to your $97 masterclass. They're never going to get into your 25. Well, I shouldn't say never. They will get into your $25,000 to $50,000 program. Let me tell you when they're going to do it. I'm going to actually show you. There is a difference between when these two buy. Over here, this client buys, I'll put it here. They take anywhere from 60 to 90 days, that little 60, 90 day window, down to 10 years. That's them. Over here, this client over here, and I'll just write over here, they're converting anywhere within instant to 30 days. That's when they're doing it. Instant to 30 days. So that's specifically what you are looking for. All right. That's all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed it. Try to keep it short, sweet, and to the point. Make sure you go do the work, make the magic happen. And again, we want to get these buyers instant to 30 days. If you're running into too many people that are beyond this 30-day point and they're over here, if you're running into too much of this is because your master classes are doing this and not this. We don't want to be here. We want to be here. Again, if you want to know exactly how to make this happen for yourself, go right here, salessuperstar.net, get the download, hop on my calendar, literally hop on my calendar. Let's have a conversation and make magic happen. All right. That's all I got. I'm going to see listen, I am still working my tech over here. See, I can't move my mouse. That's the problem. I can't move the mouse on the thing. Let's see if I figured it out. Yes, I figured it out. All right. Talk to you guys.